Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jays with M podcast. I would like to apologize for how late this episode is, as I did promise one Sunday, and it is currently Friday morning when this will be posted. So, a little disclaimer, this is going to be a 2-in-1 episode. We're going to go over the Detroit series and the Yankees series, as I was too exhausted to film the Detroit series last week. Kicking things off right away, we're going to do like a combo of the questions. One of the first questions I had was, do you think we deserved to win for the first game of the series, and regarding bringing Hoffman in and what we should do with him in the future. So I don't know if I'm like really 50-50 on this. So I believe our pitching guys other than Hoffman deserve to get the win and the credit for that. Our hitting could have been better, but I also believe using Hoffman in the ninth in a tie game was a horrible idea. Like, I don't even remember if it was tied because I was working. But my point is, we got walked off. So just, to me, using Hoffman in that situation was not the best idea. And it was a tie game. And definitely probably should not be done again. As we know, like, his track record this season has not been great for ninth inning appearances, tie game appearances. Even if we look back to last week, the game at the Varsho Grand Slam, he came in the 10th tie game, gave up 2 runs. I agree, he should have given up 1, not 2. That's my opinion on that. So, what I think we should do with Hoffman in the future is keep him in that 7th or 8th inning role. That seems to work very well for him. And I feel like that's what has been working well. Do not change it. If we need him later on in the game or extras, he needs to have the confidence levels he does have and we know he can possess. Because I firmly believe your confidence does affect the way you pitch. And I don't think he has been very confident recently. And I definitely believe that is interfering with what has been happening in and out of in the 9th inning and later. Game 2, really fucking boring. 1-1 game. Like, what do you even say about that? All I can say was Louis Varland was fucking incredible in this start, because, like, dude went 2 innings, only allowed 2 hits and had 2 strikeouts. Like, he kept us, he got that game to extra innings and closed it out. Varsho comes up, Vladdy on second, I believe it was a double, hits a double, and boom, we are up. Fact check myself. Oh, it was a single. My bad. Oh, Vladdy was at third. It was a single. Okamoto had advanced the runner, so I will give partial credit to Okamoto. But I jokingly had called, like, that win the double V's. The double V. Like, so Louis Varland, Varsho, the double V's. I just thought it was kind of funny how the 2 people with the V on their back are mainly the reason we got that win. Like, I know there's credit to all the pitchers who did 1 through 8. Like, we owe it to them for keeping us in the game and all of that. But Varsho with the go-ahead run. So it's Miss Piongo with his first career MLB home run. We cannot skip on that. He's the reason the game was even tied in the first place, because it was looking like we were going to lose 2 straight to Detroit, which should not happen. Like, we are, I don't want to say the better team, but we should be the better team is my point. So the fact it was looking like we were going to lose 2 in a row until he hit that home run, and then Varsho in the 10th, absolutely incredible teamwork. Our pitching staff, other than a few cases and a few people this year, has been absolutely incredible. A lot of our issues are coming with the hitters, and I love some of, like, Rogers, Varland, that duo at the back end of our bullpen. I fucking love those 2. Seem to have it all worked out where it works so well after one another to keep us either in the game like they did in the Detroit series, or hold it and get the save and win it for our team. So I fucking love those guys. has. So game 4 kicked off absolutely fucking incredible. As we know, Vladdy has been struggling, and the offense has been struggling. So the fact Vladdy on his first at bat of the day hit a home run was absolutely incredible. He needed that. I believed it was going to get him going for the Yankee series. Kind of did, kind of didn't. Not as much as I was hoping. And then Varsho came up with a double after that. So there was a single to get Varsho to third, and then sac fly, and Varsho scored. Absolutely, I wish we could have brought Sanchez in from first. Doesn't always work out that way, but an absolutely incredible first inning, scoring 2 before Gausman even took the mound was absolutely incredible, because you gotta think Gausman never gets fucking run support. So I always love when when we're on the road, we can score before Gausman gets out, because it shows we actually are going to hopefully give him run support. Not much other happened. The next big time we scored, which would be the only other 2 runs we scored, which was in the 3rd inning, was a Dalton Vladdy singles, Varsho triples, and then Sanchez got a sac fly to score him. I cannot, the duo of Vladdy then Varsho, Springer, Vladdy, and Varsho, those 3, I fucking love it. I always feel like, yes, Vladdy's not hitting the ball as much as we want right now, but he's getting on base, and Varsho's fucking hot. So Varsho has been bringing him in, or at least getting him to second, third. He's brought him home a bunch of times. So I love that duo right there, and I find it's absolutely incredible the amount of work that those 2 are doing and how well it's going for them. So it was a final 4-1. The only pitcher who gave up a run. Gausman had 6 scoreless with only 4 hits, 5 strikeouts. Fucking love Gauss and his strikeouts. Rodriguez gave up a solo shot, I think it was. Manaply and Rogers, absolutely incredible. So sad Manaply being on the injured list. I really liked him, and I really cannot wait to see him come back, because he seems to be doing well. Rogers getting the save to give Varland the day off, absolutely incredible. As you know, I know Rogers wants to be the all-time leader in holds, but it's going to happen sometimes where we need you in the 9th, and I'd rather have I would like Rogers to be that guy over Hoffman. Alrighty, so we're going to talk about some of the questions that I had received post-Detroit series. So one of the ones I got was, why does Valenzuela seem to get hit with more foul balls than any other back catcher? I don't have an answer for that. I don't know if it's the way he stands back there, or if he's just unlucky, if he's like Danny Jansen, who they had to build a special protective mitt for at one point, because he always got hit. You just always feel like you watch some of these teams, and that one guy is going to get hit no matter what he does. I think that's going to be Venezuela, and honestly, it kind of worries me, especially after what happened to Kirk in April. And it scares the shit out of me, because I don't want to lose him. I absolutely love Venezuela. His at-bats aren't always the greatest, but he has definitely improved since coming up to the majors, and he's doing very well behind the plate as our starting catcher for a guy that got thrown up here on a random fucking Sunday. So another one I have, why is the Jays offense not getting warm even against bad pitchers? I'm I don't know. I think a lot of it to do is some of the guys are having, I don't want to say confidence issues, but the team's scuffling. So now guys are trying to do too much. They're getting out of their habits. Their swings aren't the greatest. And I honestly just think they just need to go back. Do what Vladdy did. Vladdy's trying to go back and find himself and just take a deep breath basically. So I honestly think that's kind of what some of the guys need to do. We'll kind of talk about Springer once we get into the New York, about what he's been doing at the plate. Varsho said, this is getting a little ahead in the Yankee series, he thought they were going to pitch to him one way and they're pitching to him other. So his approach wasn't the correct one, and he changed his approach, and now he's doing very well. So I honestly just think some guys are maybe trying to do too much. They're not quite, I don't say vibing. They're not quite doing exactly what they want, and I think that's some of the issues too. I answered that one if we deserve to win. Alrighty. So the last kind of question I had, which is going to lead us into the Yankees series, was what do you think the series score will be against the Yankees? So I had 2 predictions before the series started, as we all know the results by now, by the time I actually film and get this out. I thought we were going to take 3 out of 4 or split it. I did not think we were going to sweep. I did not believe we could, honestly I did not believe we could sweep the Yankees, but the Yankees have been a much better team than the Jays so far this year, and I just didn't see a sweep in our cards. So yeah, jumping into the Yankees series, we're gonna talk about game 1. Game 1. So it didn't, the bottom of the third, no, bottom of the first, them leading it off the home run, I was like, oh shit, here we go again. And like, I was like, oh god, like this is not how I wanted this game to start, because that's not how you want any game to ever start. And you're just like, this is not gonna go well. And now like their hits weren't coming, we weren't taking some good at bats, and you're just like, shit, come on. And then top of the third happened. We had a Vladdy single, Okamoto single. Then there was a fly out. Vladdy advanced on that. Dalton Varsho pops out. You're like, oh, fuck. So you're like, now, like, great. Now we're gonna leave them stranded. Hopefully Clement will do something, maybe tie it up, right? But there's 2 outs, so like, we can't score on a sac fly, which is kind of like, there is no sac fly option. Clement hitting that 3-run home run right there was absolutely incredible. I did not think that ball was gonna go. I thought it was gonna be caught. Absolutely an incredible fucking home run. And post-game learning the man has fucking strep throat and hit that was absolutely incredible, because he had a great game. We come around to the bottom of the 4th, couple weird singles, double, tie game, whatever. You're like seriously, come on. That's honestly how I felt. You're like it's like, oh, it's always like this when we play the Yankees. It's either not close at all, or it's like one team scores then the next. Like there's no in between when we play the Yankees, and I feel like that's been like this for years. Top of the 5th, Springer hits his first home run since March 30th, which is, he was on the IL for 2 weeks. I'll give him that. But the fact he hit the home run, I was like, here's the positive signs we have been waiting for from Springer. He's finally looking almost fully healthy again. He's running better. He's taking better at bats. You're just like, okay, here we go. Like, this could finally be the time he's getting hot. Like, and I know a lot of people are bashing him online for his OPS, his average, and people are like, give the man a break. Honestly, I'm one of those people, like, give the man a break. He has a broken toe. I don't think people realize how much, like, one thing being wrong can throw off your entire batting stance, and how, like, as somebody with, I have, like, health, like, issues with my knee, like, some days, like, I cause other, like, you stand differently to compensate. So that's, like, that could affect his batting stance. Like, people bash him online. I don't agree with. It's kind of annoying. Top of the 6th, sorry, comes around. Varsho's on. Ernie Clement, Varsho and Sosa are on, which Sosa, not going to make my comment, but I don't love him. Sosa and Varsho on. Ernie Clement has a force out at short. Sosa comes in, though, 5-3 Blue Jays. Looking great, right? It's the 6th inning. We're doing well. The top of the 7th comes around. Still doing, like, still 5-3. Bottom of the 7th, come on. Aaron Judge single, Bellinger home, tie game, whatever it happens. Rodriguez is pitching. Then he walks Grisham. And then Chisholm homers. So this is where I became frustrated with this game, was in the bottom of the 7th with the REL. Because, like, you just gave up a 2-run home run to tie the game, and now you're giving up another. Now we're trailing by 2. So to me, I found that so frustrating because we later learned Rogers was down, Manaphy was unavailable, and like you don't want to overuse your pitchers, but like dude, you should be able to go in there and get 3 outs. You know what the worst part about that was? Both of those home runs and those single home run walk single happened with 2 outs. You should be able to get a 3rd out to keep your team in this game. That's what I was like crazy frustrated with. And then the top of the 8th, Vladdy walks. Not getting hits, but he's walking. Okay, you know what? I don't even care. He's not striking out is my point. He is going to find his swing, but I do not want to see him striking out to find it. That's how I feel about Vladdy. Top of the 8th, Vladdy walks, as I said. Strikeout. End of the inning. Now we have 3 outs of a chance to come back. Bottom of the 8th, scoreless inning. Only gave up 1 hit. Doesn't even matter. Top of the 9th, Ernie Clement walks. Boom. Tying runs coming up to the plate. Sanchez with the double. You're like, okay, we're now only down by 1. 7-6 New York. Piongo walks. Okay, now you're like, hey, now we have 2 guys on. Like, come on, guys. Springer struck out on 3 balls. Like, that was, to me, the most frustrating at-bat I've ever seen Springer do. He was up 3-0. Had he taken one of those 3 pitches he swung at, the bases would have been loaded, and there only would have been 1 out. And then Vladdy didn't have a great at-bat either. Jays lose 6-7. I think that was one of my most frustrating games. I'm like, I know our offense didn't do the greatest to the 9th, especially with the Vladdy and Springer at-bats, because they were both clearly trying to win it. I honestly want to say the most frustrating part of that game for me was Rodriguez not being able to get a 3rd out. Like, he got charged with the loss, and, you know, yeah, that loss was on him. You could not go out there and get the 3rd out. That's how I feel about that game. Frustrated, annoyed, and I was like, Rodriguez was, there's a reason why he got taken off the roster last year. And I know we have a lot of guys injured right now, and I know part of that is the reason he's up here, but I cannot wait for fun. I cannot wait for some of these guys to get back fast enough. Like, I'm serious. I need these guys to come back from injuries. Alright, game 2. Jays lose 5-4. Cease gave up a 3-run home run shot, 2-run home shot. We had, I'm not going to lie, the Jays had a good couple of opportunity. Well, we were up 3-0, and then he gave up the 3-run home run, and then later on the 2-run. I'm not going to lie, like, yeah, it was the bottom of the 5th. They took the lead. I was kind of frustrated, especially in the top of the 7th. Vladdy gets hit by a pitch. Varsho singles. Vladdy's at 3rd. You can score 1 on a single right here and get us a 1-run game. Okamoto hits into a force out at short. I was like, oh my god. And I wasn't even home for this game. I was at the movies doing a Top Gun marathon with my dad. I saw like the original and Maverick for their the 40th anniversary of the franchise. And I only had like 30 minutes between films, and I was watching like this game, and I was so frustrated. And then top of the 8th, nobody does anything. Top of the 9th, we come up, walks, Ernie gets on, Springer lines out with basically the tying run at this point is on 3rd base. Vladdy hits a sac fly, 2-out, Jimenez scores. You're like, hey. Then Varsho singles, Ernie Clements at 3rd, and then the biggest part that pissed me off, Okamoto grounded to short again. I know he's clearly scuffling, but he grounded out twice to shortstop with the tying run at 3rd base. I do not want to hate on any player. Clearly he's going through a rough patch. He's looking like the Okamoto we saw before he started to connect in the first, we saw like 2 weeks of the season. He needs to go back to what he's doing. If that means eating quesadillas, like everyone's saying online, eat the fucking quesadilla. So I was so frustrated after this game, but I'm like, hey, you know what? The guys were clearly hitting, just we're not having any luck bringing them in. But it had been like, that one was not as bad as the one before. That's how I felt about that one, because yes, we lost by 1 run, almost fully came back again, but clearly it wasn't in the cards. Game 2, Jays won 2-1. Okay, can't get swept now. That's how I felt about this. We cannot get swept now. Perfect. So this one was incredibly boring. It was the Savage versus Schittler. think I said that right. Pitching war. Crazy boring. The Jays didn't score. The first run scored of the game were in the top of the 7th inning. I love pitching war sometimes, but they're so boring. They're so boring. Like, I do love a good pitching war, don't get me wrong, but you're sitting there sometimes and I feel like, okay, I'm bored. So, yeah, a couple guys. Ernie was absolutely demon in this series, and I really want to talk about Ernie a little bit more. Dude has strep throat and fucking owned the Yankees. I think at almost every at-bat, he had a single or a double, or, like, was on base. He was absolutely incredible to watch. Anyways, Ernie's on. Andres Jimenez. Oh, yeah, they walked Andres Jimenez with the bases loaded. And nobody out, which was absolutely fucking incredible. Springer hits into a force out. They got the runner at home. And then Vladdy hit a sac fly. Boom, 2 runs. Because now I'm like, ugh, is 2 runs going to be enough? That's kind of how you feel when you play the Yankees. So yeah, then nothing. Bottom of the really 9th. Well then, bottom of the 9th comes around. And Louis V's pitching. You're like, come on, Louis V. Louis V's been absolutely fucking incredible for us all year. Hasn't done anything really like crazy. You're like, he's got this. Yeah, Aaron Judge got called out on strikes. That was the best ABS challenge I have ever seen. The little tap tap. Oh, I love that system. I may have been against it in the beginning, but I'm fucking loving it because it has made the umpires so much more accountable for like the horrible pitches they're calling. And like the fact, Aaron, could you imagine had Aaron Judge like not been called out on strike 3, like how this game could have changed? We could have lost. That's how I kind of feel about that. Bellinger double, Chisholm singled, Snell, the winning runs are on base. Ground out, 2 out, and then Varland struck the outswing. So a little close, but we won 2-1. So I made a comment at this game, and I'm like, make it make sense. So in the first 2 games combined, we scored 10 runs, and we then can't win either of them. Game 2, we scored 2 and win. Make it make sense. It, like, to me, that's like one of the funniest things about baseball. Your team could go out and score 6 runs and lose. The next day, you could score a 1 and win. That's one of the things I still find crazy, and I've been like I have loved. Game 4, bullpen game. Wasn't quite sure how I was feeling, but the last time we had a bullpen game in New York, we had eliminated the Yankees from the division series. So, pretty hyped. Starting off, because we had, Fisher had an incredible first inning in 1/3. Then Mako had another incredible inning, 1/3. Spencer Miles, 4.1 innings, fucking incredible. If they could extend him, I don't think they will extend him into the starting, being a full starter, because we do have other guys coming back. But if he can keep giving us a solid 4 to 6 innings every 5 days until we can get Bieber, Scherzer, one of them back, absolutely incredible. I'm loving him. He's doing incredible. He's absolutely fucking demon on that mound. He should have got the win yesterday. I don't know why Mako did. That's my opinion. That's what happened. Anyways, Vladdy, this is one thing I noticed a lot in the Yankees series is happening. Vladdy walked, Varsho doubles. That's why I love Springer, Vladdy, Varsho, because either Springer and Vladdy are getting on, and then Varsho is doing something almost every at bat, and I think it's working very well for them. So then the game's 1-0, all the way up until the top of the 7th. And we scored in the first. So boring game, another kind of pitching war. And Springer hits another home run. That's why I'm saying I think Springer is finally coming around. And he's found something. He's found his swing again. I know there's still some rough at-bats, but he seems to be getting there. And then, yeah, this was the part that scared me, Hoffman coming in for the 9th. I was terrified. I thought he was going to blow it after what happened in Detroit. I'm not going to lie. I do not feel overly confident with Hoffman in the 9th. 7th, 8th, sure. 9th, no. It gives me anxiety. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, Hoffman got a line-out, strikeout. Good for him. Really proud of him. That is definitely going to help his confidence, as I was saying earlier on in the pod. I firmly believe that. Firmly believe that his confidence is going to like grow, and it'll help him be a better pitcher than like he is, and not he is, but like it'll help him continue to be a great pitcher we all know and love. Alrighty, I don't have a lot of questions for the Yankee series because for whatever reason the way I normally get people to submit them was not working. TikTok yesterday was pissing me off. I had a video and review for 8 hours. I took it down and re-uploaded it and it went up in 2 seconds. Don't know what the hell was happening yesterday, but I have a couple questions here. So after game 4 of the actual series score, what do you think it should have been? So this person also said, I think it should have been 2-1, and should have won game 1. So this was submitted before they had won the game, but they mean 3-1 now. So I'm not wrong. I think we should either tied it and sent it to extras and gave us a chance of winning game 1 or 2, if not both. We had the runners on. They just couldn't make it work. I definitely think we should have won at least one of those, if not 2 of them. I think we could have done it. It didn't happen. That's the reality of it, and it's shitty. But they also asked my thoughts on the top of the lineup in the first 2 games, top 9, and I don't remember this. Oh yeah, the bases loaded in the 7th inning of the last game and only delivering 1. So that was the Schindler start. I'm real, as I keep going on about it. Springer is going to lead off no matter what happens. I like Springer at the top. He always seems to get the crowd going first or booing. He always comes up in a good spot, like where he can keep the lineup moving. I like Vladdy, Varsither. Okamoto, I think we should maybe try moving down in the lineup till he finds his rhythm again. When he's on, I really like him in the 4 hole. I do. But he's not on right now, and I think we could maybe try him in a different spot. But other than that, I really like the lineups. I like Clement lower down, kind of in the middle, because he can get on, or he comes up with a couple of the top guys on. He's in a good spot. I've actually really liked the lineup the last couple days, and I think it is starting to work for the team, how the lineup is being set up. About us not really delivering, you go from Schiller to the other guy, that's going to happen. Like, the Yankees have good pitching. That's the reality of it. And when you get switched up, you get switched up. It happens. Whatever. You know what? They scored there. 2 weeks ago, they may have never even actually scored. I'll take it. My series prediction of the Pirates is 2 out of 3. I think we can take 2 out of 3. The only game I do not sure about is Paul Skeens, because he has been absolutely fucking insane lately. He has been very well and very good at his job as pitching, and I believe he pitches the Saturday game, so game 2, which would set him up against Corbin. Corbin has been good as well, like, don't get me wrong, but Paul Skeens has been absolutely incredible, especially in his most recent games, which to take a quick little look at his couple recent games. Oh, his last game he was not so good. He took the loss Sunday against the Phillies, allowing 5 runs on 6 hits and 1 walk. Okay, but he still struck out 7. So other than that one game and his last 5 starts, so dating back till this is April 24th, he allowed 1 hit over 7 innings and had 7 strikeouts. Had 10 ground balls. Yeah. And that was on 93 pitches. The other game he took the loss. He had allowed 8, this was on the 30th, allowed 8 hits, 5 runs over 5 innings and had 4 earned though. So, but still had 9 strikeouts. On May 6th, he had 8 innings, only allowed 2 hits and 7 strikeouts. So, and then Colorado went 8 innings, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, and then his last start, which he gave up 6 hits, 5 earned runs. So he has been pitching a lot better. Clearly, like, up and down starts. I hope we can get to him, but honestly, that depends on how our off season's doing. Our offense, not off season. I'd love to see us get to him. This is the only game I don't have any clue about. Tonight it is Gausman pitching versus Chandler. Gausman has a ERA currently of 3.45. Chandler's is over 5. And he has 10 less. He has 15 innings less than Gausman. Has 36 strikeouts. Gausman has 53. His win-loss record is 1-5. Gausman's 3. So I definitely feel really confident with Gausman on the mound tonight. And I'm hoping I'm hoping for a really good start from Gausman. I also want to know how we're third in the East, and with a record of 23-27. And we're 11 games back of the division, but you're 11 games back last year too. Let's not give up yet. Miles Keller versus Cease. Cease has an ERA of 2.98. His is 3.86. Pretty much basically about the same innings pitch, other than Cease has 43 more strikeouts than him. This game, if Cease is on, is probably going to be a pitching war again. But this one's really early. It's at 12:15. But yeah, so I think 2 out of 3. My big game will be the Skeens one. But yeah, I think it'll be a good series. I'm excited. There'll be a podcast Sunday night after the Pittsburgh series, and I'm gonna hold myself to that. That's when the new intro will do. Oh my god, that's when the new YouTube intro. We'll play ahead of this will debut, just because it was not quite done yet. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm not done. Hold on, I lied. I have injury updates. So, real quick before we end this thing off here. So this was from the 18th. So we'll definitely be getting more today ahead of the game, and those will be included on Sunday's pod whenever we get more. So Max Scherzer threw bullpen on Monday. Felt good. He'll throw another. It was either Wednesday or Thursday he was going to throw. I can't remember. We have not heard an update on that at this current time. Hopefully we'll have one the next time we have a podcast episode. Barger is in Toronto for a follow-up to get clearance to start hitting and throwing. So I'm sure we'll get an update today on him before the game. Yimi Garcia, he'll throw a bullpen Tuesday. Haven't heard anything about how that bullpen went. I know I had read he had been having, discomfort or something, and they shut him down completely. So I don't want to say he's restarting, but he's not into games. So he's probably still a little out. Nathan Lukes, he'll play DH Tuesday, which got postponed. It got rained out. He played Wednesday and yesterday. He hit a home run yesterday. So, and his other game, he was like 0 for 0, had 2 walks and I think it was a fly out. Like, he was having good at bats. Alejandro Kirk continues to progress. Caught Beaver's side section, is catching, throwing and hitting, not hitting full BP yet. He has a little, still feels like some thumb discomfort when hitting, and then they said by the end of the week we'll have a better feel of when he gets into rehab games. So hopefully today there'll be an update on Kirk. I'd love to get a solid update on Kirk today. Shane Bieber forearm is throwing against live hitters Tuesday. We'll get an update probably today of if he's now going to get into games, because that's what it kind of was. Face live hitters one more time, see how he's feeling. If he's feeling good, they're going to get him into games, or decide if he's going to do one more and then go from there. This is actually currently outdated though, because Brios had surgery Wednesday. That was to fix the bone issue. When they went in, he ended up having full Tommy John surgery. So he's off 12 to 18 months. He might not even pitch next season. But that's your injury update, brought to you by Jays with M. Can't wait to see you all Sunday. Let's go Blue Jays. Let's take 2 out of 3, if not sweep the Pirates. Let's go. Have a good day, everybody. Let's go Blue Jays.